Hey, welcome back to my channel where I share my little tools, tips, and tricks with you to help you improve the quality of your life. So, my name is Rebecca, and today's topic is how to be happy. Well, that's a big one, right? Because isn't it so much more fun to have happiness in your life and to, yeah, just be happy and enjoy everything? Well, there's this saying, and it's kind of a basic truth for me. And the saying goes like this: if you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious or fearful, you're living in the future. If you're happy, you live in the present. And that may not be true in every cases. You may also recall happy memories and feel happy about them. But most of the time, I notice that when I actually truly am happy, I'm just enjoying whatever I have right now, whether it's a meal or a cup of tea with a friend or coffee, whatever it is, or just when I'm exercising sometimes, or the conversation I have with a friend, whatever it is. If I notice that I'm happy, I'm pretty much always living in the present. And this is something really, really cool because this is something we can always control, because we do have control over our thoughts. Sometimes we may not feel like it, and sometimes it may seem like the thoughts overrun us or anything. But if you really, really, truly want to be happy, all it takes is focus on what you have in this moment and learn to appreciate whatever you're doing. And if it's the same job you've been doing for 10, 20 years and you just really don't enjoy the task, see if there's something you can enjoy. Maybe you hear the birds singing, or maybe somebody just smiled at you that you've never seen before that usually doesn't smile, or just remember that you're blessed with whatever you have. Because what I noticed is that when I take the time to actually be present in the moment and to step out of my thought wheel, out of my usual pattern of thinking, that's when I'm actually really the most happy. And the most, when it happens the most, is when I'm not even trying. It's not when I'm trying to be happy, or it's like I'm pretending to be happy, not this fake it till you make it thing. And then you just push through all these damn thoughts until you feel happy. For me, it doesn't work like that. For me, it just works the best when I just relax and check what I can do. And the little gratitude exercise I shared in one of my last videos is actually something that also always helped me to find happiness in the moment. Is just find the smallest thing that you can be grateful for. Like, oh my God, I just had the sun literally shining in my face for 2 seconds, but it's gray and cloudy. So cool that I got these 2 seconds, and whatever it is. Or just so cool that I get to eat something, even though if it's not my favorite food, but it's so good that I'm like actually getting to eat and to nourish my body, whatever it is. Just be present. And this is something actually one of my really close friends keeps telling me all the time, because I tend to be an overthinker, and I admit to that. I tend to already like worry about things that could happen in the future and then plan for 5 different possible outcomes. And then I'm like half excited and half like, it might never work. But every time she reminds me of, and she's like, Rebecca, pull back, come here, be in the moment. I'm very thankful for her, for having her. And because on the one hand, she's such an inspiration to me to be more present. And then at the same time, she's also kind of like the nice policeman that kind of always reminds you and rubs you in your face when you're getting off track. And sometimes you need that, like an accountability partner or whatever you want to call it. Sometimes I just needed to, yeah, be more on track. And then the other thing I always tend to do to feel happy is to do something I really enjoy doing, whether it's singing a song or listening to a podcast or a song or an author or whatever it is. exercising is something that always makes me happy. Meeting certain friends, like I have friends that always make me happy. Like there's no negative time when I'm with them. And yeah, so I just try to do things that I really genuinely enjoy. And this helps me to enjoy the moment even more. But the important thing there is to not need that one thing, like to not need to listen to this a specific song, or to not need to go for a run, or whatever your kind of favorite sport is, or that you don't need that person to pick you out of that hole to be happy, but that you learn to actually be happy in the moment and then just do things for yourself daily anyway. So yeah, that was something I would actually encourage you to do. Why don't you take a little planner and you write down 3 things that you want to do every day for yourself to make you happy. And it can be something, if you're a girl, as like putting on your makeup or wearing one of your clothes that, like your clothes that you really like, which also works for guys, like wearing clothes you like. It can be texting somebody who's really important. It can be singing a song. It can be looking in the mirror and saying, you know what? You look beautiful today. It can be something like these more easy things, and it can be something that takes a longer time, like, okay, I take an hour to exercise or to meditate or whatever, and to play with my kids if you have kids. Yeah, so just try to schedule 3 things that you do daily for yourself, because I noticed that actually increased my level of happiness, is to notice that I do things to feel good. Yeah, so just a little reminder of what I talked about today. First, happiness comes from living in the present, and depressive thoughts usually come from thinking about reliving the past, whereas fearful thoughts tend to come from worrying about what could happen in the future. And if you want to be happy, live in the moment and find out things that actually bring you joy and happiness, and practice doing them consistently, trying to find 3 things that you want to do. And it can be 3 different things, but 3 things that you do want to do for yourself daily to actually make yourself happy, because you deserve it, because you're amazing. Yeah, that's it for today. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And maybe you want to share what are the things that actually really make you happy, because maybe some other people will have the same things, but they don't notice that those are things that make them happy. So why don't you share them in the comment box below? And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. See you in the next video. Take care and bye-bye.